I think the 4 programs we have now. Shilin has children's education, has performing arts, has senior social service, a lot of seniors programs, and also health and educational screening program. I have none of educational background. I always have a trouble when we get a word, and somebody said, it's if I get a word for like a health program, I have no medical doctor degree. And when we get something for educational program, I don't have an educational degree. So this is something. But I think my background, my education, gave me a logic thinking and a critical thinking. How do I process the information? So I think it's still very important to me. And one day I was talking to my daughter. I said, unfortunately, I don't have any formal educational background of all of what I'm doing now. She said, that's okay. I think if you have one of the background, you're not going to be that creative. And you're going to follow the same rule and the track. You're not going to be so diversified in your mind. So I think she has a good point. So I just keep my own way for now. So courage to learn. Sometimes it's very hard to learn. And so when we start as an Asian Community Center, we want to have a children's daycare. We know nothing about it. And even we have a Chinese school, but it's not formal and it's no regulation, everything go with it. When we start adult daycare, and we don't have anything. But my theory and what I have done is just to learn. Believe in yourself, you can learn it. And I remember, just like maybe it's because of math background, and we just follow the book, all those regulations, and you have to learn, and then you get qualified. I'm not qualified because I don't have the degree, and we hire a qualified person, and then we follow all the books one by one, and we go ahead and apply. And it was, it was a fearless action we took, and we got the license. And then for the other thing, the same kind of process we do. So believe in yourself, you can learn. And you can do anything by courage with the learning and with all the other wisdom. So that's my third point of courage. And last one, I want to say courage to sacrifice. A lot of time you want to do things, but when you do things, it's not always go your way, and sometimes you make you have to bump into the setbacks, and sometimes you got rebellion from the other people. So I think you have to be ready for that. You have to be stubborn. You have to be persistent. And when I do things, a lot of time at the beginning, I want to say what I have been doing. A lot of time, even Chinese community doesn't recognize me. They don't understand what I'm doing. But and also the general public doesn't know me either. So for me, I have to really look at the things, and I got a lot of discouragement. But from outside, but inside, I always have a courage to myself. So I think this is a very important. So this is the 4 points of the courage from my point of view. First is a courage to dream, and the second, courage to initiate, and the third, courage to learn, and the fourth one, courage to sacrifice yourself. Be persistent. So I want to talk about the differences now. With so many things every day, you have to have a courage. And at the end, you made a difference. I always enjoy the result of this long process. And dream is always in your mind, but when the whole process is tough, it's painful, but a lot of time, make your mind spin all the time, and you enjoy that moment. Finally, you made a difference. You made incredible things happen. You're so happy. And this is what I see this process. And to make you understand what we have been reached today, And first of all, we have a children's educational program throughout Chicagoland. We have, we initiated 8 of the Chinese schools, and they're all learning. It's involving about 3,000 students every year. And then we have this after-school program, which is teaching everything, just like a school, and we have so many activities. And that's a typical Asian educational value. So you always want them to learn. So structured learning, that's what we believe in. And then we have a big performing arts program. We do Lantern Festival, every year. And we did Asian Pacific Heritage Month, Heritage Performance Festival. And we have promoted beautiful part of Asian arts to the society, and we bring people together. When we do that, we have 1 year we had 4 Naperville high schools, 150 kids joining as the volunteer. We invited the guests from China, and we went to Mill Street School. The whole school was doing a project study about the Lantern Festival, Chinese New Year. So that kind of things, we bring the communities together through those events. And we have senior services now. We serve over 15,000 meals a year, and it was really creative when we do that. And it's hard for those seniors. They don't drive. They have a language barrier. But we made it as a dinner time. So after dinner, their caregivers can take them there. And that was the first time the funder said, "Oh, you can do it that way? Otherwise, it's so hard." And we do everything creatively. We have to overcome the language problem barrier. We have to overcome the distance barrier, and we have to bring the public programs into the underserved Asian communities together. We are both ways. We are a double-sided arrow. So I just want to let you know there are many things. We save people's lives by detecting early diagnosis of breast cancer. We had a story, one lady 4 times, we asked her to come. Finally, she came, diagnosed breast cancer early stage. Those kind of things really moving us. And we have a big team, and every day we work with the community, work with the public services. We make a difference. And I'm proudly to say Naperville right now, because we are here, Naperville Public Services get the best support from us. The other day, police called, they find somebody, doesn't speak English, and in the street, they called us. Our Korean lady ran there right away. The other day, somebody on the street, and we don't know who they are, and we found he's a Mongolian, and we happen to have a Mongolian translator on call. So, and Edward Hospital called us, and we have a social service. We have a case, and the police, social service call us. So we are making a difference. The other towns, doesn't have the service like this. And the first time we worked with DuPage County Health Department, it's because they came to us. We have a program. We don't know where to find those hard-to-reach population, and immediately we got the people for them. And we got the 38 people signed up after the first group, and for mammogram. They are low income and no insurance. And then they said they found, it is so difficult for them to even follow up. They don't speak English, and you can't really go anywhere. They said, okay, here's a schedule. You go somewhere on what day. They don't speak, and they don't know, they don't drive. So they came back, director came to me, and Rusta told me, why don't we work together? And I said, oh my God, that's a new field. Should we go into it? And then my mind started spinning. Wonderful, services. And then I had to talk to the board, and they said, good idea. And if you can handle another field, go ahead. Of course, they're supporting all the time. So anyway, so all those things started, the dream started from responding to the the needs of the community. And also, a lot of time, those dreams started from you relate. Whenever you see something happen, it's good. I always think, oh, what if we have it? And what kind of situation you will be in? So that's don't afraid of a dream. And then you think, if we still have the capacity to do it, just like our board told me, then you can see how do you do it. And have a dream and make little detail of the planning. So that's the difference we made today. And also, I think another important thing is bring the differences together. And while you are operating, every day there are differences. And the staff or volunteers, they don't think the same way. They're not on the same page. They're not even on the same book. So I see many cases. So you as a leader, as a manager, always listen and observe what they're doing. And keep tracking, what they're doing and what they're thinking. Put everybody together. So a lot of logistical skills. I don't want to talk more. There are more books talking about that part. I just want to, my time is up. So I want to thank you everybody to hear me today. I want to thank you my mentors, and I do have mentors has been working with the Xilin board and and also supporting me as a personal growth. Judy Curry, who is a former Deputy Chancellor of UIC, and she started the first day with us. And I have a Paul Bells, and who is passed away. And he was a journalist, and he was a soldier, while during World War II. And by the way, he was the first person changed my mind to American soldiers. When I was young, we always portrait American soldiers, something. Anyway, in the comics books. So, and also I want to thank you, Jerry Donovan, who's passed away also. I'm so sorry. And who was a manager of IBM and executive committee of organization in, I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the organization, but he was working with United Way the last 5 years in his position with IBM, and he took me to Rotary, Naperville. He said, Linda, you have to go to Rotary, and they gave me advice all the time. And the last one is Mary Jo Arndt, and she just passed away this year, and she's Republican, woman, national team, and also she supported Xilin, all the way we're moving along. Without their support, without a direction, and I think I'm not going to be here today. So I want to conclude my speech. I hope I didn't waste your time here, and I just want to say, with the courage and with a psychologically balanced mind, everybody can make a difference. That's what I want to say.